Okie dokie, Mr. Smokey. Welcome back to the Matrix Path of Neo commentary with me, Skully the Metalhead. Today we are going to be doing the last of these so-called Red Pill rescue missions, although many people would argue that they'd be called filler missions as well, because, while I do agree that some of these missions do seem to be kind of, filler, I do feel that they add some sense of dimension to the Matrix universe, and at the very least highlight an aspect that was only ever hinted at in the second movie, where Neo was freeing minds and saving red pills, which is actually lampshaded in the scene where Morpheus confronts Captain Loke. Was it Captain Loke or Locke? I can't quite remember at this point. But anyway, this is the last one, and in my opinion, the easiest mission, titled The Healer.
Oh man. Okay, I'll find the healer and bring him back here.
Good luck, Neo.
Well, you're gonna bring him back to this alleyway with a fucking roller door behind it? I don't know if there's like a car there or anything. You could probably just Superman your way out of there, if I'm honest, but, whatever works.
I'm looking for the herb shop. Why? You looking for some of his magic powder?
Yeah, this also kind of accentuates the whole ideal that the Matrix Path of Neo has a very big fetish for Asian and Chinese streets. Why is this, even though this is supposed to be set in America? I have no idea. Now, you can actually go into several little shops and you'll get some pretty humorous dialogue, like, "Scientists, members only, higher." Nice. Oh, that's the good thing about this game, it has some nice dialogue.
I've always accepted that there are illnesses that man is not meant to heal.
And one thing you will notice in particular is that this healer is quite a nihilist.
But how quickly these warnings are set aside when it is
Then
your
again,
own loved
he does seem kind of realistic about the whole aspect of, what if it was your loved ones that were struck down? And that's some pretty powerful shit when you really think about it.
Gods make no concessions.
Then again, this guy is religious, and, well, there's a particular name that he calls Neo in just a second that's weird.
So you have finally come.
Oh my.
Shall we go then?
Just like that?
I accept my fate.
Fate?
You have many questions for a demon.
Demon?
Honestly, my reaction's the same as Neo's. I don't think he ever explains it either, why he calls Neo a demon, but, I don't know, I don't think I know enough religious symbolism to really discover that, I suppose.
I think they've got a fix on us.
And, yeah, we're attacked by the SWAT team, who somehow managed to get their van in there, even though this place looks like a closed-off street. Understandably so, considering the fact that it's a PS2 game, and, well, again, without... Actually, no, because there are open-world games and they're like Grand Theft Auto and all that sort of thing, but then again, I guess draw distance would be an issue, even though you could easily disguise it by darkness, a la Silent Hill 2. I don't know. Either way, kill all the SWAT members and, well, shit'll get done fast. Also, another weird thing, unless of course you're playing on the 1 difficulty, the healer has a shield. Like, it can stop him from getting harmed by bullets, which is another weird thing, especially when you consider the fact that one of Neo's powers, I think, is if you beat normal mode. Yeah, Neo gets a reflect bullets cheat code, which pretty much means, bullets bounce harmlessly off you, kind of eliminating the purpose of the bullet stop and bullet dodge. Well, the bullet dodge in one aspect, I mean, you still gotta, beat... Actually, no, because you can use the, electrical things and just chuck them off the building. But anyway, I'm not talking about anything on screen. But I did fill up the time, just kind of like the filler commentary we have. Actually, while there's just this dead air going on, I've been wanting to talk about an idea I had for, like, a Matrix spin-off show. Because again, the Matrix, as I'm sure not a lot of people know, it doesn't have very much expanded material. And one way I think that it really could, expand and actually do fairly well for itself is if it had like a kind of Netflix styled TV show, much in the same vein of like Daredevil or something. And I know this probably really isn't the time or place, considering that there's a lot of things I could be talking about the game, but here's my premise. Okay, the premise is about, a program slash... well, not even a red pill anymore, because again, like, as everybody knows, the story of Neo and the Ones, that's already been told by the movies. However, what I think that, a potential Matrix spin-off could do is that... Okay, let me catch my breath. what I feel that a potential Matrix spin-off could do is that it could expand upon, you know, the machine world and the programs within it, because again, we hear, like, the Matrix Path of Neo, and even the Matrix Reloaded to some extent, it teases us about, you know, different sorts of programs and the Merovingian's role in, I guess, the underbelly of the Matrix, so to speak. And I'm guessing that, you know, a show centered around that could be pretty interesting from both a fan's perspective, and at the same time allowing them to use the Earth-based setting rather than, you know, going to needless expenses to recreate Zion or, you know, the destroyed Machine City, you know? I don't know, there's a kind of a hackneyed version. I may or may not do a video in the future discussing this in full detail, but, you know, I really feel like a Matrix TV show could really revitalize some interest in the series and, you know, possibly give us a potential 4th movie, or, hell, even another video game.
Train station. Hang on. Do you know where the train
But then again, this is just me being a bit of a dreamer. And hoping that the Matrix... Because honestly, the Matrix, like, or at the very least back when it came out, you know, it very much did have the potential to become, like, you know, well, I don't want to say another Star Wars, but at the very least another Terminator, or something with a significant cultural impact, which in some cases it did, although you probably heard about it more from the early 2000s than you would have, well, now. Especially considering the fact that it's come under fire recently thanks to quote-unquote critics, like the Nostalgia Critic, who within himself is a very dubious topic. I don't know. This is probably just my inner Matrix fanboy just raging right now, but still. You know, show the Matrix some love. Even if, you know, Andy and Lana Wachowski are not willing to work on another, you know, bit of expanded material, at least let somebody else do it, you know? Like, hell, I'd even kill for another bloody Animatrix. Like, even though most of the shorts had, like, very little context to them, I'd speak more so for the latter half of the DVD as opposed to the final flight of the Osiris and the... pretty much the detailing of the machine-human war, basically. Anyway, back to the Path of Neo, which I've been neglecting this entire time because, well, these missions are just filler. And as we all know, it's filler night. It's like a Dragon Ball Z episode. I haven't even watched the fucking show, I'm just quoting that because apparently there's a lot of filler in that episode. Or at least that's what's joked about, I don't know.
My choice was my own, and I accepted the consequences. My time as a healer is over.
Then again, I don't exactly know what the hell this guy's beef was. Like, I guess he tried to cure one of his wife's illnesses, and whether or not he succeeded is probably something that would have turned his attention to the machines, although I'm not exactly sure how. When you consider the fact that actually maybe one of the Ant-Man principles might come into play here, because again, in the upgrade screen there are a few upgrades that you can, you know, use one of your upgrade points, so to speak, to get, and I'm guessing that maybe he might have had access to one of the Ant-Man principles and used it to, you know, cure his wife. I don't know. I mean, we never see anybody else gain new abilities, and, spoiler alert, Agent Smith, who does return in this game, ends up having his power grow, so to speak, so I guess that kind of implies that he, as well, has access to this sort of ability, so... I don't know, it's quite interesting to think about, and I don't think it's... I don't want to say that I've done anything better than Shiny or anything could have written, but I don't know, just my little theory. And not that it's going to be shown off in this video, but yeah, if you super jump up there, you can... Oh wait, I think I might show it off. Yeah, there's a secret up there. Weapons, health, and some good shit, bro. Well, anyway, he's leaving his life behind, this healer. I do really love Neo's little bit of dialogue coming up here. Well, I would. If it actually fucking came up. And I guess it only triggers if the healer walks across the way. These streets are really derelict. Like, I know it's the middle of the night, but, like, fucking seriously, man. Well, then again, I guess there are, like, a shitload of police and agents out, so I guess maybe it's quarantined, question mark? I don't know. As you can see, I'm trying to fill for time. I guess he doesn't say, because usually there's supposed to be a line out there where Neo's like, just walking right into the crossfire, huh? I'm not sure if he does say it or not. I'm kind of disappointed, because this is really shooting my points in the ass. Oh wait, he's still back there. Maybe he has to walk a little bit further? Hey, he's just fucking hiding there, completely unaware of the battle. For that, you get a machine gun to the face. Any day now. Okay, so I guess he doesn't say the quote. Then again, looking at the timeline, I think he might do, so not out of hope yet. Oh no, wait, that's an objective. Silly me. Well, this makes for the worst commentary. You know, when you think something's coming up, but then you have nothing to say. I guess I could go back to the whole fucking Matrix TV show idea I had. I mean, even still, like, in terms of potential for it, there's still so many things you could do with it, like, and especially the whole point I had earlier about, you know, setting it, you know, in the Matrix Earth, quote-unquote. You know, it could make for a very cost-effective as well as, you know, a very compelling plot, you know, for fans of The Matrix. And even if they've never seen the movies or, you know, are just getting into the show, they'll be invested in the characters as, you know, it'll have very little, if nothing to do with, you know, the human to Zion war, which was what the movies were focused on. In fact, honestly, I think the only returning element from the movies, or at least if I, you know, at least if I was in control of this, you know, fictional show in my brain, is that the only returning character I would have would be the Merovingian, and even if I couldn't get the original actor, I forgot his name, you know, I could just ride around using the, you know, the whole changing of appearance thing that they used for the Oracle when the first actress died in 2003. You know, it's, again, something that probably won't happen, but I can dream, damn it. Oh good, we're nearing the end of this, and this is probably going to be the last times we ever see these agents, because for those of you who've seen The Matrix Reloaded, these guys become upgraded agents, which become Agent Jackson, Agent Thompson, and I think Agent Jackson? I think I already said that one, I apologize. I don't know, they all have Sun at the end of their name, and they all look incredibly similar, which I guess is to show more machine-like, I suppose. I don't know. Satisfying. Anyway, that ends the filler missions, and now we can finally get back to doing the good shit. Well, goodbye, healer. We only knew you for one mission, and we will never see you again. Still, does kind of make me wonder what the hell that guy's beef was. It's incredible. Oh, by the way, there's a nice cameo coming up here. And now, what this says, again, you're probably going to be reading it in a little second, but it says, Miracle Cure saves girl. And that's pretty much just alluding to the whole key mission we did earlier, which is a nice bit of tying together things. And also notice the word Sentinel. Ha, 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 ha. In any case, I'm Skully, keep it new metal, and join us next time in the Matrix Path New commentary. See ya!